You are 23 years old. You are an Army reservist living in Kiev. You have a job, a small apartment, and a life you haven't thought much about. It's a Tuesday in May, 1986. A letter arrives. The Soviet government needs you. You've heard something happened at a power plant a few weeks ago. An accident. The newspaper said it was minor. Already handled. Nothing to worry about. The letter says to report to a military base in 3 days. It does not explain why. It does not say where you're going. You pack a bag, kiss your mother goodbye, and go. At the base, there are hundreds of men like you soldiers, miners, engineers, firefighters, teachers who got the same letter. Nobody tells you what the job is. Nobody tells you how dangerous it will be. They hand you a white cotton jumpsuit, a pair of rubber gloves, and a gauze mask. Then the buses pull up, and you see the signs for Chernobyl. The drive in takes you through the exclusion zone, a 30-kilometer ring around the plant where 350,000 people used to live. It is completely silent. Fields that should have crops, playgrounds with no children. A city called Pripyat that was evacuated in a single night, so fast that the residents left food on their tables and clothes in their wardrobes. The trees are the wrong color. Some of them are red, not from autumn, from radiation. Nobody told you that part. Your first job is decontamination. You scrub roads with brushes and water. You wash the outsides of buildings. You hose down vehicles that drove through the contaminated zone. It sounds like cleaning. It is nothing like cleaning. Radiation does not wash off. It embeds itself into concrete, into soil, into skin. Every surface you scrub just moves the particles somewhere else. You breathe in what you're scrubbing off. You swallow microscopic amounts of it with every gulp of dusty air. You are also given a dosimeter, a small device that clips to your chest and measures how much radiation you've absorbed. You are told you are allowed to absorb 25 roentgens before you must be sent home. What you are not told is that many of the dosimeters don't work properly. What you are not told is that some commanding officers are quietly ordered to write lower numbers in the logbooks so that workers don't hit their limits too quickly. Some men never receive a dosimeter at all. After 4 days, your throat burns. After a week, your nose bleeds every morning. Some of the men around you develop a metallic taste in their mouths that doesn't go away. Others complain of headaches so severe they can barely stand up straight. The officers tell you this is normal. They tell you the zone is safe as long as you follow the rules. Nobody is following the rules. But the work you've been doing is not the worst work. The worst work is on the roof. When reactor number 4 exploded on April 26, 1986, it blasted thousands of chunks of graphite, the reactor's core material, across the roof of the building. Each chunk is emitting radiation levels that can kill an unprotected man in under an hour. The Soviet engineers tried to send robots first, remote-controlled machines from West Germany and Japan, sent up to clear the debris. The robots lasted less than a day. The radiation was so intense it destroyed their circuits, wiped their programming, and locked up their motors. They stood useless on the roof like broken toys. So they sent humans instead. You are fitted with a lead apron, lead plates over your chest and back, a lead shield over your groin, lead gloves, and a lead-lined helmet. The full kit weighs 26 kilograms. You can barely walk in it. They call you a biorobot. Your shift is exactly 90 seconds. In 90 seconds, you must climb the stairs to the roof, run to a chunk of graphite, shovel it off the edge, and get back inside. 90 seconds is the maximum time allowed before your radiation dose hits its daily limit. The whistle blows. You run. The roof crunches under your boots. It isn't gravel, it's radioactive debris. Your eyes start to water almost immediately. Your skin feels like it's being lightly burned, even through the lead. You shovel as fast as you can. The whistle blows again. You run back inside. Your shift is over. You worked for 90 seconds, and you will carry those 90 seconds in your body for the rest of your life. Over the following months, the work continues. 600,000 men are eventually drafted as liquidators between 1986 and 1990. They build a giant concrete structure called the sarcophagus, designed to seal Reactor 4 and contain its radiation for decades. They dig tunnels beneath the reactor to prevent it from sinking into the water table and contaminating the groundwater across half of Europe. They bury thousands of contaminated vehicles, trucks, helicopters, armored carriers, in massive open pits in the forest. They shoot the dogs and cats left behind in the evacuation zone because the animals have absorbed so much radiation they cannot be allowed to leave. They dig up the topsoil across entire villages and bury it. They demolish houses. They fell entire forests. The contamination is so vast, so total, that what they are really doing is not cleaning it up. They are containing it, slowing it down, buying Europe a little time. Most of them don't know this. Most of them still believe they are fixing the problem, that when the work is done, Chernobyl will be safe again, that they will go home and things will return to normal. But your body already knows the truth. The nosebleeds have become daily. Your hair is starting to come out when you run your hand through it. Your hands shake in the morning for no reason you can explain. You ask a medic about it. He writes something in a clipboard and tells you it is stress. He tells you to drink more water. He doesn't meet your eyes when he says it. You go home in the autumn. You don't feel well, but you've been told that's normal. You go back to your job. You try to explain what you saw to people who weren't there. Most of them don't want to hear it. Over the next few years, something starts to happen. Men who work the roof develop thyroid cancer at rates doctors have never seen. Liquidators begin appearing in hospitals across the Soviet Union with leukemia, with immune disorders, with heart conditions that have no clear cause in men their age. Children of liquidators are born with abnormalities. Wives become widows at 32. The Soviet government denies the connection. They say there is no evidence radiation caused these conditions. They say the men are suffering from radiophobia, fear of radiation, not radiation itself. They cut funding to the medical programs set up to monitor liquidators. Some men receive no pension, no compensation, no official recognition that what they were asked to do was dangerous. Some liquidators spend years trying to prove they were even there. Today, a monument stands in Kiev. It lists no names. It bears a single inscription: to those who saved the world. Over 600,000 ordinary people were handed cotton jumpsuits, broken dosimeters, and a shovel. They were sent to clean up the worst nuclear disaster in human history with their own hands and their own bodies. Many of them knew, on some level, what it was costing them. They went anyway. You are 23 years old. You got a letter on a Tuesday. You packed a bag. This is what it was really like. Now you know.